Hi, hello. Yes, here we are with another edition of my boxing predictions. This weekend is even better than the last one, actually, and it seems like the last one was just a warm up for this weekend, and well, I hope that will inspire more of you to watch this video also, because the turnout for the last one was really almost shockingly bad, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Yes, let's go now. The first fight is at welterweight between Jesse Vargas and Humberto Soto. This is really, Soto is now 39 almost, or perhaps he is already, and Vargas is of course the big favorite to win here. Damn it. Yeah. Of course, Jesse Vargas is not so. His last two fights were draws against Adrian Broner and Thomas Dulorme. But, since he lost to Pacquiao, it seems that he is kind of not the same fighter anymore. But of course, there is no shame in drawing against Broner, I guess. He was always kind of protected and pampered, this guy Vargas, and even though he's got, of course, definitely is talented, but many believe that he hasn't always given it all that he had, in fights. And apart from stopping Saddam Ali, he hasn't really scored a single stoppage victory in a really long time. Actually, the last one is from 2011. Wow. Where he stopped a really washed up Walter Estrada, who never really was any, sort of elite level opponent. While Soto, he's a really, of course, technically good fighter, and he surprised us by winning against Brandon Rios in February. But he may have taken this fight a little too soon after that, and since he is so clever, and just technically sound, he's still 38, but soon 39. He always got, I'd say he's got a slight chance, but I still favor Vargas, of course, because he's so much younger and a lot less mileage, and he's also a good technical boxer. So this will, of course, go the distance, very likely. The chance of a knockout happening is rather small, So, yeah. Vargas is a favorite, of course, so I think I will just say he wins by a decision. Yeah. And the next one is really exciting fight. This one is on Friday, Vargas. But these other ones are on. That's right. Another Friday fight is between Wangek and Juan Francisco Estrada. I think they have already fought once. Yeah, that's right. Last year, actually, and Estrada lost by a majority decision. So, you know, Wangek, he has suffered that loss. It was a technical decision against Carlos Cuadras years ago, but apart from that, he's really been very impressive. And there, he just got a little bit unlucky, and he was fighting away, in Mexico, and you know how it goes. But of course, I guess you always have to really, give it all you got when you are fighting away. And but he's just proven to be top fighter, and he's beaten the guy that many had thought was impossible almost to beat, that Roman Gonzalez. So yeah. And Estrada, he's still a very good fighter, of course, but and I expect him to give Wangek a good fight, really hard fight, like the last time. But I guess he's met his match, and but of course it can always go differently this time. I'm not saying, of course, I'm not excluding the possibility that Estrada may win, but I doubt that would be by a knockout, and so I just favor Wangek a little bit more, I think. So I'll say that he wins by a close decision, maybe majority or split, whatever. Okay, and then there are two really good fights left to cover. It's first one, Regis Prograis is fighting Kirill Relikh, and yeah, this is actually WBA and WBC Diamond Super Lightweight title fight. Of course, Prograis is the favorite, and he's fighting at home, even though Relikh, I think, is based in maybe or maybe not, I don't know, in the United States. Relikh is seems to be, well, he's got 19 KOs actually, 23 wins, and so that he can hit definitely, but he's the first guy that beat, and so far the only one who beat Barthelemy and Edward Tranovsky also. Before that, he lost to Barthelemy and Ricky Burns in 2016, but that's a few years ago. He's 29 and 5'9.5" with a 67.5-inch reach, while Prograis is a slightly shorter, 5'8" and 67-inch reach. And he's 30 years, wow, actually, already. I didn't, I thought he was like 25 or something. But anyway, Prograis had to go the distance for the first time in his last fight, for the first time in a really long, rather long time, versus Terry Flanagan. And I believe here also he will have to go the distance, very likely, and because Relikh is no joke, and simply this guy can fight, and I wish I could say more about him, but I don't know enough, so I think still Prograis is favored to win because he just is a really, excellent fighter, and who is actually fighting at home, and he's got the advantage. The judges are likely to be on his side, of course. Yes, why not? So I think this one also most likely goes the distance, but there's a slight chance because Prograis is a big puncher that he may score a knockout or TKO some, but somewhat late in the fight, after the 8th round, something like that. So yeah, while Relikh, I mean perhaps he would also have to get a knockout to win because he's gonna have trouble, because he won against Barthelemy because he did score a knockdown, and Barthelemy is not from United States, so it doesn't work that way. He's a Cuban, so I guess the safest thing is to bet on Prograis to win on points. And then there's Robert Easter Jr. versus Ramses Barthelemy. Yeah, well, this is a great fight as well, of course. And Easter Jr. has so far only lost to Mikey Garcia. And yeah, Barthelemy also only has lost to Relikh, as I already mentioned. Barthelemy, is of course a very good fighter himself, and rather tall also, like Easter, even though Easter is slightly taller, 5'11", and Ramses is 5'10". This is a fight that's really, rather difficult to predict. Both guys are good, solid boxers, technically sound, and I guess, neither of them is, of course, a KO artist, but both guys do have some power, of course, and I expect this to be a really good fight, actually almost a classic, because I can see them going at it, and exchanging, because neither guy is so, cautious, or like Jesse Vargas, for instance. And yeah, simply it will be a really good fight. I slightly lean towards Easter because he has lost to the better man, simply, and he's got a slight height advantage and all that, and slight reach advantage also, so I'll be a little bit surprised if he lost anyway. So I have also this fight actually ending on points for Easter Jr. Well, okay, now the last fight is Nonito Donaire versus Alani Tete. Yes. Donaire, of course, in his last fight, it was in November against Ryan Burnett, he got off a little easy, because Burnett got injured and couldn't continue after 4 rounds. Before that, it was good action, and both guys, got in some good punches. But of course, Nonito is now 36, and he's far from the guy that he was like in 2010-11, when he was at his peak. So he's fighting a guy that is taller, of course, not that much taller, but enough, to give him some problems, and his reach is a lot bigger also, actually. 5-inch reach advantage, or 4, for Tete, who is a big puncher also, by the way. And of course, Nonito is a rather hard puncher, but of course, this is a bantamweight fight, and he has had to go all the way down from bantamweight, from featherweight to bantamweight, Nonito. So that may have also taken some of his prime away, and I kind of expect this to be really, I mean, not that one-sided, but I don't expect Donaire to win actually, because of the reasons I just said. He's kind of getting on in age, and he's had that fight against Burnett where he looked okay, but he was perhaps saved by that injury, and so I can see Tete actually scoring a knockout here. There's a bigger chance of a knockout happening in this fight than in the others that I have already covered. So yeah, definitely. But it remains to be seen. I just think unless something unexpected should happen, like another injury, Tete gets injured or he gets cut, he has to he gets stopped by a cut, and unless something like that happens, that I think Zolani Tete wins this fight, either by a knockout or on points. Yes, so now I have covered a few fights, quite many actually, so I better end this video now. Bye bye.